Transcription number 16, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next question that I would like to deal with is the paragraph in the President's address relating to the progress made in our economy, in our agricultural sector, in our industrial sector, in our foreign trade, etc. Sir, you were pleased to read out to us a very large list of the achievements of the Congress government during the last decade and the important targets which have been achieved during the last 10 years of our planned economy. You also mentioned the question of increase in food production, increase in the production of agricultural commodities, etc. Fortunately, sir, here we have in our midst the ex-deputy chairman of the Planning Commission, Shri V.T. Krishnamachari, who has addressed a number of meetings and seminars in New Delhi recently, drawing our attention to the weakness in our agricultural sector. If the press reports are correct, in one seminar he mentioned that even if all the targets of the third 5-year plan are achieved, still at the end of the third 5-year plan period, we may be facing a serious situation regarding the supply of agricultural commodities. He has also expressed the hope that we will be able to exceed the targets which have been fixed for the third 5-year plan. I do not know whether his expectation of exceeding the targets will be fulfilled or not, but it is quite clear that we have not been able to give sufficient attention to the development of the agricultural sector. It has also been stated that development of the agricultural sector is one of the most difficult tasks. Tasks which have been found difficult both by democratic countries as well as by countries in which total planning is going on. It is all the more reason, therefore, that we should pay more attention to the agricultural sector so that it may be possible for us to meet our requirements as and when they arise, and the situation which has foreseen at the end of the third 5-year plan may not materialize. It is no use merely taking refuge behind some of the figures which have been compiled and narrating the progress which has already been achieved. We are happy that some progress has been achieved, but we are anxious that more progress should be there, and for that purpose also certain definite steps will be taken. In this connection, I am also happy to hear what the Defense Minister said yesterday in one of his public meetings, namely that the Government of India is contemplating to create a setup in our villages wherein our panchayats will be functioning more or less on the lines of Parliament. Unfortunately, he did not elaborate that point further, and the press has not thrown any more light on what that exactly means. But if it means that the panchayats will be in charge of the resources that are available in the villages, that they will be in a position to determine how best the productive efforts in the villages are to be directed and in what direction determined what targets are to be achieved, and when the production is there and there is a surplus to be exchanged with other centers in the country, that the panchayats will have their say in the matter on what terms this surplus will be exchanged with other centers in the country. Then I think a very valuable step forward in the direction of building our economy on a decentralized basis will have been taken. We have always taken the view, sir, that if planning is to succeed in our country, and if there is not going to be any regimentation of our productive activity and forces, what is necessary is that the common man should have a voice in determining the economic policies and in formulating the economic plans of development, and should have also his say in determining on what terms a village or a group or an industry should be working for the development of our economy as a whole. In other words, some amount of competition, some amount of bargaining power is to be generated in the lowest stratum of our society and in the lowest rung of our economy, so that with the help of that bargaining power, under the overall influence and policy of the planning commission, it may be possible for us to develop our economy in a manner which satisfy both the interest and the requirements of the nation, as well as the aspirations of the people. When people feel that they also have their say in the formulation of policies and programs, and that such policies and programs are not something which is dedicated from New Delhi, hurt are those which have been worked out by their own efforts and as a result of their own deliberations. To that extent, these plans are a part of their efforts in the development of their regions, of their own crafts, their own industries, and their own skills.